Don't let people take advantage of your kindness anymore. It's time to put yourself first and start living your best life. Do you struggle with saying no to people? Do you find yourself constantly saying yes even when you want to decline? In this video, we're going to talk about the power of saying no and how it can actually lead to a more fulfilling life. We'll explore how saying no can help you take control of your time and energy, improve your mental health, and strengthen your relationships. You'll learn practical tips on how to say no with grace and confidence, and why setting healthy boundaries is crucial for your personal and professional growth. Don't miss out on this empowering message. It's time to say yes to saying no. Recognizing when people are taking advantage of you can be difficult, but there are some common signs to look out for. If you find yourself always doing things for someone else without receiving anything in return, or if you feel like you're constantly giving more than you're receiving in a relationship, then it's possible that someone is taking advantage of you. Additionally, if someone frequently asks for help but never offers any assistance in return, or if they use manipulative tactics to get what they want, then it's important to acknowledge that they may be taking advantage of your kindness. In today's fast-paced world, it can be easy to fall into the trap of saying yes to everything that comes our way. However, constantly saying yes can lead to burnout and negatively impact our mental health. That's why understanding the importance of saying no is crucial for our well-being. Self-care is not only about taking care of ourselves physically, but also mentally. Mental health awareness has become increasingly important in recent years, and recognizing when we need to say no is a vital aspect of taking care of ourselves. Saying no doesn't mean being selfish or rude. It means prioritizing our well-being and setting healthy boundaries. Learning to say no politely and assertively is an essential skill that can greatly benefit your personal and professional life. Saying no doesn't have to be confrontational or negative, and it doesn't have to damage relationships. Or in some cases,
you're better to damage a relationship.
One important aspect of saying no nicely is using I statements instead of you statements. For example, instead of saying, "You're asking too much of me," you could say, "I feel overwhelmed by the amount of work you're requesting." This approach helps avoid blame or criticism and focuses on your own feelings and needs. Another helpful tip is offering alternative solutions or compromises. For instance, if someone asks you to take on a project that you don't have time for, you could suggest delegating some tasks or extending the deadline. By doing so, you show that you are willing to work towards a solution that benefits everyone involved. In summary, learning how to say no politely and assertively can improve your relationships with others while also protecting your own time and energy. Saying no can be difficult, especially when we fear missing out on something or disappointing others. However, remember that our time and energy are valuable resources, and we are the ultimate decision-makers in terms of who we choose to give them to. Guilt can often be a sign that we care about others, but do not let it control our decision-making process. Instead, try reframing the situation by reminding yourself of your priorities and why saying no was the best choice for you. As for dealing with FOMO, remember that there will always be more opportunities in the future. It's impossible to do everything all at once, so focus on what truly matters to you at this moment. Try shifting your perspective by thinking about all the great things you can do with the time and energy you saved by saying no. Remember, every decision we make is an opportunity for growth and learning. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with requests, invitations, and demands on our time, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and powerless. But the truth is, we have more control over our lives than we think. By setting boundaries and learning to say no when necessary, we can take back control and prioritize what truly matters. It may not always be easy, but it will be worth it in the end.